Study the following information carefully and answer the questions given below. So 8 persons A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H are sitting around a circular table facing the center. Each one of them has a different profession among doctor, lawyer, painter, librarian, architect, engineer, teacher and accountant, but not necessarily in the same order. So as usual, 8 persons, A to H, and 8 different professions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. All of them are sitting around a circular table. All of them are sitting around a circular table facing center. So I think one problem is eliminated, that whether the guys are facing center or outwards. All of them are facing center. What's the advantage? When all of them are facing center, I can say left is always clockwise. Left should always be taken in the clockwise direction, right? And right should always be taken in the anti-clockwise direction for such cases. When persons are facing center, right and left are very easy to decide. Right is anti-clockwise and left is clockwise. Okay, with respect to any particular person, right? Now A sits third to the right of F and all the points are given. So let's start working on it. Let me get some space. Yeah, so here we have space to, I think I can try at best 4 possibilities, not more than that. So let me just start. So what we'll do is, since there are 8 persons, let's draw a circle with 8 positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Doesn't look like a circle, but I'm sure you guys will manage, right? Case 1. And since I know that there are, initially itself we'll find there are 2 cases. A sits third to the right of F. Only one person sits between A and C. So let's start. The first point is A sits third to the right of F. A sits third to the right of F. Now you know that I can start from anywhere on the circle. It is a center facing arrangement. So left is clockwise, right is anti-clockwise. A sits third to the right of F. Let's assume this is F. A is third to the right of F. Right of F is anti-clockwise. So first, second and third. A comes here. Next point. Only one person sits between A and C. Only one person sits between A and C. Now there should be only one person between A and C, which means A dash here and then C, or A dash here and then C. There are 2 possibilities. C can either come here or it can come here. So to manage both, I will duplicate the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. F is fixed. A is here. Now look at it. Only one person sits between A and C. So let me take C in this position in case 1 and in this position in case 2. So this is case 1 and case 2. Right? Only one person sits between A and C. So A and C and A and C. Both the possibilities have been considered. So the first 2 points are over. Now, accountant is sitting third to the right of C. Accountant is third to the right of C. It can be fixed. Right of C we know. Right of C is anti-clockwise. First, second, third. This is accountant. Accountant is third to right of C. First, second and third. Yeah. In this case, C is seated here. Accountant is third to the right of C. First, second and third. F will become the accountant. Next point. Accountant is sitting to the immediate left of engineer. Accountant is the immediate left of engineer. See, if accountant is immediate left of engineer, engineer will be immediate right of accountant. If accountant is the immediate left of engineer, engineer should be immediate right of accountant. And this is possible only because all of them are facing the center. If people are facing different types of directions, then it can't be done. Either all of them should be facing center or all of them have to be facing outwards. So that we can say one is to the left of the other person is to the right of the first person. Yeah. So accountant is immediate left of engineer, engineer is immediate right of accountant. Immediate right of accountant. Immediate right of accountant go in the anti-clockwise direction. Right is anti-clockwise. So engineer is on the immediate right of accountant. Here this is the engineer. Right? Engineer is on the immediate right of accountant. Immediate right of accountant. Okay. Done. So we have fixed A, F, C. Right? A, F, C are fixed and 2 professions are fixed. Accountant and engineer. Now, B is sitting to the immediate left of H. B is sitting to the immediate left of H. What do you do? B is sitting to the immediate left of H. Many possibilities are there. Like if I take case 1, B is on the immediate left of H. So basically 2 consecutive positions have to be available for B and H. The idea is B and H, 2 consecutive positions have to be available. Now 2 consecutive positions can be these 2, or we can take these 2 as 2 consecutive positions, or we can take these 2 as 2 consecutive positions. Here F, C are fixed, here A is fixed. This position is ruled out. This we cannot take for anyone. So B and C can take either these 2 positions together, or these 2 positions together, or these 2 positions together. So 3 possibilities are there. In fact, 3 into 2, 6 possibilities are there. It can be BH or HB, BH or HB, BH or HB. So no point in trying it out immediately, right? I mean, that will give too many possibilities. Let's look at case 2. What happens in case 2? We want 2 consecutive positions. Here, okay, here there are only 2 possibilities. 2 consecutive positions can be these 2, or it can be these 2. because C, A, F are fixed here, and this is one position left out in the middle. So CH or HC, CH or HC. This will give you 4 possibilities. So here we've got 6 possibilities. Here we've got 4. Total there are 10 possibilities. So there is no point in using this statement that B is on the immediate left of H. Okay, by the way, I'm sorry. It will give you 3 only, not 6. And this will give you 2 only and not 4. B is on the immediate left of H. I know that also. B is on the left of H. So for example, if this is, let's say, H, B will come here. This should be H, immediate left of H, B. Or this is H, immediate left of H is B. This is H, immediate left of H is B. So 3 possibilities. Likewise, here also there are 3 possibilities. H, then B comes here. Immediate left of H is B. Or H here, immediate left of H becomes B. Right? Immediate left of H is B. So 3 possibilities and 2 possibilities. Total 5 possibilities as of now. Let's move to the next point. 3 persons sit between B and architect. 3 persons sit between B and architect. See, we have discussed this earlier also. In a 8 persons arrangement, when you say 3 persons sit between B and architect, it means B and architect are opposite to each other. Right? B and architect will be opposite to each other. Because you fix B wherever you want. Let's say this is B. 3 persons sit between B and architect. 1, 2, 3, architect comes here. So B and architect will become opposite to each other. Or this is B. Go from the other side. 1, 2, 3, architect will still come there. So 3 persons sit in B and architect means B and architect are opposite. But until we know the position of B, we cannot fix the position of the architect. The other point given to us is D is an immediate neighbor of G. Okay. Okay, so there's some clue here. You understand? We already know that B and H is a pair. Pair as in they are immediate neighbors. Now we also know that D is an immediate neighbor of G. D is also an immediate neighbor of G. So D and G are neighbors. D and G are neighbors. Good. So I think now it's clear. I'll tell you what. The first one also will have only 2 possibilities. Second one also will have 2 possibilities. There were 3 possibilities earlier for the first one, right? Now there will be only 2 possibilities because it's not 1 but 2 consecutive pairs that we have. BH is 1 consecutive pair, DG is the other consecutive pair. Now if you look at case 1, 1 consecutive pair will take these 2 positions. The other consecutive pair will have to take these 2. Are you able to follow? I cannot put any of the consecutive pairs in this position, in these 2 positions. You understand? Here and here. Because if one pair comes here, then there is no other pair left out for consecutive positions at all. You are getting my point. If let's say I put B and H here, B here and H here, where will D and G come together? Not possible. D and G cannot come together at all. So this is ruled out. I hope you are followed the point that I'm trying to make. This possibility is ruled out. So one pair will come here, the other pair will come here. This straight line that I've drawn indicates that it's a pair. This is one pair, this is the other pair. Let me use some other notation otherwise to make your understanding simpler. Yeah, this is a pair. These 2 are connected and these 2 are connected. Here also, I mean, since there are 2 consecutive pairs now, one pair will be this, other pair will be this. Both are connected internally. Yes or no? Both are connected internally. So one pair will be BH, the other pair will be DG. Now which pair is BH and which is DG we have to identify. And by the way, in the earlier statement we knew that 3 persons sit between B and architect, right? So B and architect are opposite. That also you remember. B and architect are opposite each other. Okay. Now interestingly, I think what we can find out is who comes in this abandoned position, right? You see already A, C, F have been placed. A, C, F have been placed, right? We know that B and H makes one pair. D and G makes the other pair. So who is left out? E. E has to come in this left out position. E comes here. Similarly in case 2, E has to come here. Now what we can do is, before finding out about anything more about the pairs, let's see if there is anything about E given to us that can be connected. Yeah. So D is an immediate neighbor of G. D is neither an engineer nor an architect. Okay, D is neither an engineer nor an architect. So D is not an engineer, which means D cannot come here. D cannot come in this position. D is not an engineer. Neither an engineer nor an architect. Fine, we'll come back to this later, right? D is neither an engineer nor an architect. Only one person sits between librarian and architect. Only one person sits between librarian and architect. Okay. Painter is to the immediate left of the teacher. Painter is to the immediate left of teacher. D is not a doctor. D is not a doctor. Okay. G is neither a librarian nor a lawyer. G is neither a librarian nor a lawyer. Lawyer is an immediate neighbor of architect. Lawyer is an immediate neighbor of architect. All right. Painter is sitting opposite to doctor. Painter is sitting opposite to doctor. So I think one reading is done. I know many of you might be feeling that these questions take so much of time to solve. What do we have to do in the exam? As I've always mentioned, the best way to solve these questions in the exam is to skip. Don't waste your precious time, right? Skip the question and move to the next one. You never know how much time or how many possibilities will arise. So far we are dealing with only 2 possibilities, but it can result in 4, 8, 6, you never know. But for example, immediately I can duplicate case 1, I can make it 1A and 1B, 2A and 2B. I can duplicate both the cases. I can put BH in one and DG in the other. Because so far my clarity is about, I don't have the clarity about BH and DG. Which pair is BH and which pair is DG. Once that is done, I think a lot of things will fall in place, right? So I think let's try to fix that. A sits third to the right of F is done already. Only one person sits between A and C is done. Accountant is sitting third to the right of C is done. Accountant is sitting to the immediate left of engineer is also done. All we have to now figure out is which pair is BG, which pair is BH and which pair is DG. Try to do something about it. B sitting on the immediate left of H. B sitting on the immediate left of H. So H and then B, architect will come here. Okay, H and B, architect comes here. Both are possible. H and B, architect. Okay, if H comes here, B comes here, and B is here, architect is here. We know that D is neither an engineer nor an architect. Correct. I have got one clue with respect to case 2. Let me show it to you in a different color so that you can follow. I am using a red color to assume. I am concluding that B and H cannot come here. B and H have to come here. I am concluding that B and H cannot come in this pair. B and H should be taking this pair. I'll tell you why. For example, we know that B is on the immediate left of H. B sitting on the immediate left of H. So if H comes here, immediate left of H is B. B comes here. We know that opposite to B is architect. Architect comes here. Let me just architect. You have to understand this mentally, visualize that possibility and figure out that it is not possible. But I cannot. For me to help you with my visualization, I have to do all this drama with different colors. So basically, if I take B and H as this pair on this side, we know that architect is opposite to B. 3 persons between B and architect, right? Or architect comes here. Now read the next statement. So if B and H comes here, obviously D and G has to take this pair. D and G has to take this pair. But we know that D is neither an engineer nor an architect. So D will not come anywhere at all. D is neither an engineer nor an architect. D cannot come here and cannot come here. Which means B and H cannot come here. This is wrong. B and H have to come in this position. You're able to follow? So let me just clear this now and fix the positions of B and H. You're getting it? I have been able to find out that B and H cannot take this pair. B and H have to come on this side. So let's do that. Again, we know that B is on the immediate left of H. Immediate left of H. So which means immediate left of H. So this is H and this is B. Immediate left of H is B. Right? And opposite to B is architect. Opposite to B is architect. So C becomes the architect. Let's see if we are able to complete case 2 itself. Now we know that D and G are immediate neighbors. D and G are immediate neighbors. D and G, but who is where? D is immediate neighbor of G. They can interchange the positions also, right? Anyways, what else is given to us? So D and G will come here. Read the next point. Only one person sits between librarian and architect. Again, librarian can come anywhere. A can be librarian or this person can be librarian. I'm just clearing it off so that it becomes easier to follow. Painter is to the immediate left of teacher. Painter is to the immediate left of teacher. Painter is to the immediate left of teacher. Lawyer is an immediate neighbor of architect. Okay, read this point. Painter is sitting opposite to doctor. Painter is sitting. I'm trying to complete case 2. Case 1 is still stuck because we don't know B and H will take which pair. Which 2 positions will be going for B and H. But in case 2 only I'm trying to complete. If we are able to complete case 2, then we need not worry about case 1. Right? I'm trying to use this point. Painter is sitting opposite to doctor. Painter should be opposite to doctor. Try this now. Painter has to be opposite to doctor. Yeah. So opposite positions, these 2 cannot be painter and doctor. These 2 cannot be painter and doctor. So painter and doctor have to be these two or these two. There are only 4 opposite positions possible, right? So painter and doctor cannot be these because this is accountant. Painter and doctor cannot be these also. Either it should be this or it should be this. Painter is to the immediate left of teacher. If painter has to be immediate left of teacher, painter cannot come here. This cannot be painter because immediate right of painter has to be teacher then, right? Similarly, painter cannot come here also. Okay, taking longer than what I had expected. Painter is sitting opposite to doctor, painter is to the immediate left of teacher. Yeah, so painter cannot be in these 2 positions because these are not the immediate left positions of teachers. This is the immediate left of accountant, this is the immediate left of architect. Fine. Okay, what do we do? D is an immediate neighbor of G. D is neither an engineer nor an architect. Okay, hold on, just give me a minute, let me think about this. So only one person sits between librarian and architect. Only one person sits between librarian and architect. Only one person sits between librarian and architect. Let me try that point. Only one person sits between librarian and architect. And we also know that lawyer is an immediate neighbor of architect. Okay, let me just do one thing. Yeah, I'll just clear it off like what we had done earlier, right? With some different color, try out the possibilities. Let me just assume that I'm using a different color, so I mean it's easy. I don't have to draw all the possibilities so that I can explain you my visualization. We know that only one person sits between librarian and architect. Architect is here. Let's assume librarian is this person. Only one person between librarian and architect. Then what else do we know? We know that if this is librarian, we know that the painter is what is that point? Painter is opposite to doctor, right? Now painter is opposite to doctor. Where will it come? The only possibility, see this is ruled out. Painter and doctor cannot be opposite here because one is accountant. Painter and doctor cannot be opposite here, and painter and doctor cannot be opposite here. So painter and doctor have to come in these 2 positions. So I'll say for example, let's say this is painter and this is doctor, right? Now what else do we know? One of the neighbors of the architect is lawyer, right? Somewhere that point was also given. Painter is to the immediate left of teacher. Immediate left of teacher, then this has to be teacher. Yeah. In that case, what is left out? Lawyer is left out. Lawyer is the immediate neighbor of architect. Immediate neighbor of architect is lawyer. E has to be lawyer. Yeah. And if E is lawyer, I think we are done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, professions are all fixed. Now we have to just fix the positions of D and G. G is neither a librarian nor a lawyer. G is neither a librarian nor a lawyer. Yeah. This point has been satisfied anyway. D is not a doctor. D is not a doctor. Yeah, so still D and G are not fixed. D and G can be any of these 2 positions, right? So let me just do one thing. I'm duplicating this case 2. Hold on for a moment. I'm duplicating case 2 because case 1 anyway is far away from the conclusion. Case 2 may this condition if I use, I am not able to fix the positions of D and G. I know that D and G will come in these 2 positions, but who will take which position is not very clear. So either that could be the final answer, or let me try out the other thing. I started with this point, right? That only one person sits between librarian and architect. So I took librarian here. Let me take the librarian this side and check what happens. So first of all, I'll duplicate whatever was there in purple earlier, right? Because those points are fixed. F accountant is fixed. B engineer is fixed. H was fixed. I'm not copying the things in red because those were done later. A is fixed. E is fixed. C architect is fixed. Yeah, that's it, right? And we of course know that D and G will be coming in these 2 positions. Now let me repeat the whole thing once again, right? Let me use some other color. I think this also gives me an idea that why don't you guys also carry different colors in the exam? I mean different color pens in the exam. Like for example, I was doing in blue, I've changed it to red to just see what happens. If it goes wrong, I can understand that red is incorrect and I can continue with the other possibility in blue itself. You're getting me? Anyway, the point was only one person sits between librarian and architect. So architect is fixed. This time let's take librarian here. Then what happens after librarian is fixed? We know that okay, librarian comes here. Then lawyer is painter is to the immediate left of teacher. Painter is to the immediate left of teacher. Lawyer is an immediate neighbor of architect. Still two possibilities. Painter is sitting opposite. Achha, painter is sitting opposite to doctor. What will happen in that? Painter is sitting opposite to doctor. These have to be the two things, right? Painter and doctor. Painter is sitting opposite to doctor. I'm assuming painter and doctor. These are actually dashes. It can be painter doctor or doctor painter, interchange. Similarly here also, earlier when I said painter and doctor, these can be interchange. This can be swapped. Alright. So painter and doctor. Painter is sitting opposite doctor. That's the only possibility. Yeah. That's it. Then we know that lawyer is a neighbor of architect. Lawyer comes here. And the painter is immediate left of teacher. Okay, painter has to be immediate left of teacher. So teacher has to be immediate right of painter. Not possible. That will be possible only if I take doctor on this side. You're getting it? Painter is an immediate left of painter is immediate left of teacher. So teacher is immediate right of painter. Immediate right of painter here is librarian already. So which means painter cannot come here. So doctor and painter have to be interchanged. So this is doctor and this is painter. And teacher is on the immediate right of painter. So teacher is this. Yeah. Done, right? And D and G have to be fixed. How do we fix D and G here? We know that D is neither an engineer nor an architect. D is not a doctor. Okay, D is not a doctor. D is not a doctor. So D cannot come here. D has to come here. And then this becomes G. Yeah. I think we are done. This looks like the correct answer. It has satisfied all the conditions and gave us the correct answer. Yeah, this case that we have got here satisfies all the conditions. You can very quickly verify. Of course, A sits third to the right of F. A sits third to the right of F. Only one person sits between A and C. Only one person sits between A and C. Accountant is sitting third to the right of C. Accountant is sitting third to the right of C. First, second, third, yes. Then B is sitting immediate left of H. B is on the immediate left of H. Three persons sit between B and architect. Yes. D is an immediate neighbor of G. D is an immediate neighbor of G. D is neither engineer nor architect. Yes. D is a librarian. Only one person sits between librarian and architect. Yes. That's also satisfied. Painter is to the immediate left of teacher. Painter is on the immediate left of teacher. Yes. Then D is not a doctor. Yes. D is not a doctor. D is a librarian. G is neither a librarian nor a lawyer. Yeah. G is neither a librarian nor a lawyer. Lawyer is an immediate neighbor of architect. Lawyer is an immediate neighbor of architect. Painter is sitting opposite to a doctor. Painter is sitting opposite to doctor. I think this satisfies all the conditions. Case number 3 that we have done here, and hence this can be taken as a correct answer. And yes, not really expected, but this has taken really a lot of time, and I would still subscribe to the original idea that I always have, right? The best way to solve these questions in the exam is to just skip and go to the next one, right? There is no point in spending your precious time trying out all these possibilities. This, of course, actually has taken longer than what I had also expected. I thought this is an easy one, just about 8 persons and 8 professions, but too many possibilities, like some of it pointed out. So I think instead of trying out and then deciding that these are not the good questions to solve, follow my suggestion. The moment you see an arrangement based question, just jump to the easier. Just jump to the next one. You will still be left with arrangement based questions towards the end of the exam. Then you have to take a risk, but don't take a risk in the beginning itself. Okay. Anjali Sharma says something here. By the time we realize such questions are not to be touched, it's late already. We already lost 5 to 7 minutes. What should we do in that case? Anjali, you should not even go to that extent of losing 5 or 7 minutes of your time, right? That's what I was just mentioning. That the moment you see such questions, decide not to solve and solve the other ones: coding and decoding, alphabet, directions, blood relations, other types of questions, syllogisms, coded inequalities, etc. Finally, you will be still left with 3 or 4 puzzles and arrangements, and you will have only, let's say, 10 minutes. You have to take a chance. You have to decide which one looks to be the easiest one, and start working on it. You may or may not get the answer. I mean, this one, like you've seen, we have spent more than 15 minutes already, right? So you never know. The point is, you never know how easy or complex the question is. Okay. Well, we have 10 more minutes left for the session. Let's try another puzzle. Let's take something on a linear arrangement now, right? And then close the session. So if you're all ready, I am set with the next question. This was posted by Siddharth Chakraborty. Tejasvi has asked a question. Does such questions come in SBI Clerk or PO? It can come in SBI Clerk and in SBI PO, both. Can we skip this question in the exam? Yes, very much. You should be skipping such questions in the exam. Shall I present the next one now? Okay, in fact, I think Atish and I also had got that sense that looks like there's more than one solution to this question. There's more than one solution to the previous question that we have. So let me just present it to you. See what we've done. We concluded that case 3 is correct, right? I mean, if you look at case 2, what happened in case 2 is we were only not able to fix D and G. D and G could be any of these two, right? I mean, DG or GD. But otherwise, everything else was satisfied in case 2 as well. Let me just quickly check the conditions. A is third to the right of F. Yes. Only one person sits between A and C. Yes, one person between A and C. Accountant is third to the right of C. Accountant is third to the right of C. Yes. Then accountant is immediate left of engineer. Yes. B is on the immediate left of H. B is on the immediate left of H. Yes. 3 persons between B and architect. Yes. D is an immediate neighbor of G. D is an immediate neighbor of G. Of course, we do not know D and G perfectly here, but D is an immediate neighbor of G. Then D is neither engineer nor architect. Yeah, D will either be a painter or a teacher, so satisfies that also. Only one person sits between librarian and architect. Librarian and architect, yes. Painter is to the immediate left of teacher. Painter is to the immediate left of teacher, yes. D is not a doctor. Yes, H is the doctor. G is neither a librarian nor a lawyer. G is neither a librarian nor a lawyer. Yeah, G will either be a painter or a teacher. Lawyer is an immediate neighbor of architect. Yes. Painter is sitting opposite to the doctor. The painter is sitting opposite to the doctor. Yeah. So if you actually ask me, there are not 2 but 3 solutions. The first one though we haven't tried at all. Let me just come back. This one we haven't tried at all. I mean, it didn't really help us. Case 3 is correct. Case 2 also is correct. Case 2 also is correct. In fact, case 2 is giving 2 results. We can say D is painter, G is teacher, or G is painter and D is teacher. Both of them will give the answer. So guys, I think more than one solution to this question. Not only multiple possibilities, but multiple answers are possible. Multiple correct answers are possible. Yeah. Second one also is correct. Pay attention to this. All the conditions have been satisfied in case 2 as well. Case 3 we had verified, case 2 also satisfied all the conditions. And maybe if you strictly follow case 1, there also you may get a possibility. It is very unlikely that this happens in the exam, but you can't really help. It's an unlikely case that multiple solutions satisfy the given arrangement. But here we have got 3. Remember, D and G are still not fixed. We can say D painter, G teacher, or G painter and D teacher. So 2 answers here and 1 answer here. Altogether we have got 3 answers. And we just have to look at the questions now. I think questions have not been posted by Pavani. We could have checked the questions and see if we are able to answer the questions with whatever solutions that we have got.